I want to tell you the secret formula for having energy, okay? And this is 100% true. You can test it by all your reference points. And start by understanding the secret formula for lethargy, which means being sluggish, tapping the alarm 100 times, not wanting to get out of bed. The formula for lethargy equals hatred plus failure. Hatred of what you're doing and failure to progress at it. Okay, that's why so many people lack energy. If you look at the subway on Monday morning, you see a bunch of sluggish, bored, apathetic people because they hate their job and there's no room to progress in their job. It's just a straight shit tier salary for life, doing the same fucking thing every fucking day, and that's why people hate it, and that's why they have no energy, because you don't have energy for things you don't want to do, and you don't have energy for things where you're not making progress in. That's why the formula for energy is the exact opposite of that. The formula for energy equals passion plus progress, okay? Doing something you're passionate about and making progress towards your goals. And this is especially true if you are an entrepreneur. If you're in depression, if you're in apathy, of course you know, these are not conditions that are forced upon you. You are responsible for those. You have control over these things. Oftentimes, if you're struggling to get out of bed, if you're apathetic, if you're low energy, if you're feeling like Jeb Bush, it's because you're not passionate and you're not making progress. It's either one of those two things or both of those things combined. Especially true if you're an entrepreneur. If you're not waking up with energy, you're either not passionate about your vehicle or you're not making progress towards your goals. And by that I mean real goals that actually excite you, not making $2,000 a month and having a subsistence level income from your business. I'm talking about minimum making 6 figures. After that, how do I make 250? After that, how do I make 7 figures? And I'm talking about take home, not revenue. I'm talking about how do you take home 6 figures? How do you take home 250? How do you take home 7 figures? Those are the exciting goals in that order. All right. If you don't have those kind of goals for your vehicle, it's no wonder you're not excited about it. If you're not passionate about your vehicle, it's no wonder you're not excited about it. If your goals are too small, it's no wonder you're not excited about it. And if you're not making progress towards those goals, it's no wonder you're not excited about it. And the faster you make progress towards those goals, the more excited you're going to be, the more energy you're going to have. One of my clients that I worked with was doing 2 businesses when we started. One was making no money and was a potential future income earner. The other one was making him $5,000 a month. First thing we did is drop that second business, got him to go all in on that, on the business that was generating $8,000 in revenue. He's going to hit $200,000 in revenue for that business in the last maybe 7 or 8 months we've been working together. Those results are definitely not typical. That's far and above what most people's progress will be like. But he was struggling to get out of bed at one point. Now he doesn't have that problem. Now he's able to work 14, 15-hour days, and he'll be up to 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning doing the spreadsheet because he's seeing crazy fast progress and he's passionate about what he's doing. And the major game changer was just seeing that income go up. Okay, you might not love selling real estate or whatever, but you can link that to making money. You're going to love making that money. Okay, so the reality is, this is especially true as an entrepreneur. If you're not waking up with energy, you're either not passionate about what you're doing, not making progress towards your goals, or you've got bullshit goals and you're making slow progress towards them. They're not the goals that you really want. The goals that you really want, you're saying, that's not realistic. You're listening to the middle class script and you don't want to get out of bed in the morning and you feel like Jeb Bush on the campaign trail, low energy as fuck. We're programmed to achieve goals without exception, okay? This is why the absolute best frame to navigate the world with is to play life like a game with many different mini games containing endless levels and goals. You know, there's the physique game, there's the clothing game, there's the getting a good girlfriend game, the woman game, there's the business game, there's all these different areas. You know, there's the where you're living, all these different areas where you can level up as if it was a video game. And we're programmed to achieve these goals without exception. Okay, the survival and thriving of the human race is because we were programmed to do these things, and we're very good at them, and that's why we're the, basically top of the food chain. It's also why we have electricity, webcams, smartphones, computers, all of these different things, because we are built to create and move forward, and we're programmed to achieve goals. Fastest way into feeling depressed is do nothing all day. This is most people's fantasy, because they hate their job. They think if I only made enough money, then I could do nothing. That's fun for a couple days. Drinking Mai Tais on the beach is fun for maybe a day or two. And then it's a surefire way to fall into apathy and lethargy and low energy and not enjoying your life. We're not built for that, okay? Without new goals and progress, hedonic adaptation sets in, no matter how well you're doing. Okay, you get a short-term boost, and then that expensive car becomes the new normal. Okay, that BMW just becomes your car. Doesn't get you high anymore. Hedonic adaptation is why all the things that made you happy as a kid don't make you happy anymore, which is one of life's great ironies, right? When you're a kid, you want to eat ketchup chips all day, you want to eat ice cream, you want to go to the amusement park, and you want to eat pizza, and you want to hang out with your 8-year-old friends, and that's all you want to do, okay? The big irony of life is when you're an adult, you can afford to do that, but that stuff doesn't get you high anymore. Amusement parks don't do it, toys don't do it, because you already had all the toys. You've been to all the amusement parks. You've eaten ice cream enough. You have those things on demand. They don't get you high anymore, okay? As an adult, a steady stream of energy doesn't come from toys or ice cream. In fact, as an adult, ice cream kills your energy, okay? Because you can't handle the fucking sugar anymore. Energy comes from progress towards a goal. Just like the video games you played as a kid, you need to be moving forward in the game of life to get that dopamine release. And the more progress you make, the faster you move, the more dopamine is released. That's why you want to celebrate a plateau, but never set up camp there. Okay, you keep moving up the mountain, because without new plateaus to reach and progress towards, the euphoria you felt will be followed by depressed and lethargy. Okay, I don't say depression, I say depressed, because it's a feeling, not a condition. If you're not moving towards something, okay. If you're going to sit at home all day and watch The Price is Right and eat potato chips, which was awesome in high school when you would take a sick day and eat ice cream and garbage all day, it's a surefire recipe for low energy, hating yourself, hating life, feeling depressed. That's why guys like Grant Cardone in their 60s and guys like Gary Vee have so much energy and can work 13, 14 hours a day, because they're passionate about what they do. They're aggressively progressing towards big, fun, aggressive goals. I think Grant Cardone just sold out last year, or maybe it was this year, I don't know, 35,000 person sports stadium. Just a crazy goal. I think he even lost money on it, or broke even or something, but he did it just for shits and gigs, just to have that goal. And those guys have so many employees, they're able to make fast progress. It's not like they're sitting there typing away, doing the web design themselves, tinkering with the sidebar or whatever, where the progress is super slow, like it is when you're starting your first online business, and I was just learning everything and doing everything by myself instead of handing that off to teams. By the way, I'm still not a fan of employees. I'm a fan of business systems. I pay 15 different business systems to do stuff for me. I've got one guy doing social media management. Everything else is a business system. I prefer the lifestyle business to the empire, but that all depends on you. Either way, I can make so much more progress towards my goals now than when I started, and it makes me a lot happier. So don't fight it, just accept it, be about it. You can make the argument, Will, you're always going to need more. Yeah, you're always going to need more. It's like motivation, doesn't last, okay? But bathing doesn't last, okay? You got to bathe every day. And you have to have goals every day, and you have to have new goals every year. That's why I tell you guys, have your mission. Okay, if you're 25, where are you going to be by 30? Right? Where's your health, wealth, relationships, lifestyle? If you're 35, where are you going to be by 40? Where's your health, wealth, relationships, lifestyle? And then every year, You have yearly goals towards that. And those goals have to be exciting. If they're just maintenance, if they're not moving forward, you're not going to have energy towards those goals. Almost always, when you don't have energy, it's you're not in the right vehicle, or you haven't set the right goals, or you haven't found a way to make the boat go faster, so to speak, to speed up progress towards those goals. I'll give you a hint. One of the best ways to make more progress is to spend money. Okay, spend money on advertising, spend money on buying business systems, spend money on using other people's business systems to make your boat go faster, to get you to your goals faster. And if you don't have more money, go out and make more sales calls so that you can get some money, and maybe eventually you don't have to do outbound. You can have an inbound machine like I have. So don't fight it, just accept it, be about it, be in the right business, take aggressive action. Okay, if you're in real estate and you can't get passionate about selling real estate, get passionate about the money and like the territories to conquer. Like, this is my, the Upper West Side is mine, or whatever it is. Or, if you can't get passionate about the money, you can't link that to money, you really hate it. Like, there were some sales jobs that it didn't matter how much money I made, I hated. I mean, I started RLD in 2012. I could have gone into real estate and made good dough, but it wasn't for me. Even if I linked it to money, it wasn't for me. I'd much rather, if I wasn't doing this, I'd be doing sales training. I get much more high off that than I would off selling real estate. That would be the other vehicle. But I found the vehicle for me. So, if you can't link money to it and you're really testing that out, then get into the vehicle you really want to be in. Big three for high ticket service: financial services, insurance, real estate. Can do what a client of mine did. He bought a bank. That's an aggressive goal. And you only have one life, so don't bitch out to a chump job or something that you hate that's got you struggling out of bed with fucking low energy, man. No point being alive like that. Go in on the right vehicle, find something you're passionate about, or get passionate about what you're doing by linking the pleasure to the amount of money, and set goals that are aggressive, okay? Aggressive but realistic, and then figure out what you have to do to make the boat go faster, right? And once you hit those plateaus, stop and celebrate, but don't stay there so long so that you set up camp. Keep moving forward up to the next plateau. Keep making the boat go faster. Mixing metaphors, but you know what I'm talking about. Keep climbing faster, and you're gonna wake up with energy, man. Okay, and I'm talking about energy about life. Yes, it's important to control your physical vehicle, like eating right and all that stuff, but I'm talking about like mental energy, zest for life, vitality. That's all about having the right games to play within life and making progress on those games. The cool thing about the business game is, like, Warren Buffett's in his 70s. He still probably hasn't peaked. You can play the business game forever. The pro athlete game, that's like 5 years or whatever. The business game, the empire game, the building game, you can play for the rest of your life and have fun with it. So that's why so many guys work into their 60s or 70s, their 80s, because they're about making progress. That's why Warren Buffett says he tap dances to work every day. There's some days where I'm on information overload, about the content or whatever. I had a commenter say that I might be running out of things to say. I've got so many unfinished articles, it's hard for me to even pin down where to start. I've got 17 courses that I can do. Just a crazy amount of stuff. I'm never going to get bored of examining life and being able to filter that through my consciousness, being ruthless with it, chopping it down, putting it all together for you guys. For the rest of my life, this will keep my interest, and there's so much room to expand, right? Where guys like Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, the top of my industry, are making, $100 million a year. I can play this game for the rest of my life. But what's important is that you find your vehicle that you're passionate about, you got the right goals, you're making progress to those, and you're trying to make that progress as aggressive as possible. And you're going to start to get high on achievement, man. It's a secret for energy. So I hope you found this message well. revolutionarylifestyledesign.com/coaching if you want help with this stuff, or if you want to pick up one of my products, revolutionarylifestyledesign.com/products. Much love to you.